The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes completely blew up on BookTok and BookTube, and in this video we are going to be reading the entire series, and I'm going to let you know if it's actually worth the hype or you could take a pass on this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kayla if you're new here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Exciting video today. We're going to be reading the entire Natural series. I really have wanted to get to this so bad, and then when I picked out my TBR from my TBR jar, go watch that video if you're interested. I picked out the first book in the Natural series for my January TBR, and I was so excited because I feel like that was a sign because I really wanted to get to it this month, and I've just been eyeing them on my shelf and I just want to read them so bad. I want to see what the hype's about and I want to know if it's actually worth it. They seem like they're going to be easy reads. I always get scared to commit to a series because I like reading series in order and back to back, and I don't want to be put in a slump or wanting to be reading another book when I just wanted to complete the series. So it's hard for me to get into series just because it's hard for me to commit. I have commitment issues apparently, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to the series. I haven't read a good a series back to back in a long time. Even the Magnolia Park series, which is my favorite series in the world, I spread out because I wanted to savor them. But for this, I want to get the full picture and read the full story. So I'm just going to read them back to back. Hopefully that works out that way. Don't know. But let's just start. I want to start reading them really bad. So can I do that? Yeah. I think you can. If you never heard about the Natural series, it's basically a YA Criminal Minds series. And if you watch Criminal Minds, I personally have never watched. I watched a few episodes, so I definitely get the gist. And instead of investigators investigating the case, I think it's kids in high school because it's YA. I'm not sure. And I think also they have special abilities to help them solve the cases. I don't really know what the special abilities are because I haven't read the book yet. I'm not going to do spoilers because a lot of people have not read this series yet and I don't think that's fair. And I want to make this video kind of just to convince you guys to read the story. I don't want to give everything away so you don't want to read it. And I just want to convince you guys but not spoil anything. Let's just get right into it. I'm going to be starting the first book. It's called The Naturals. The second book is Killer Instinct. The third book is All In. And the fourth book is Bad Blood. The aesthetic of all of these books, all of them together with them all different colors, I really like that. Here they all are. I got the box set from Barnes & Noble, so they all came together. I just bought them in one piece, and I can't wait to read this series so much. Okay, without further ado, let's just read it. Let me shut up and let's read it. I'm gonna update you guys when I have something to update. It seems like it's pretty fast-paced and easy to read. The words aren't too small, which is always nice. And the chapters, I've heard the chapters are really short. So if you're looking for a book or a book series with short chapters, this is definitely one for you. Same with her other series, The Inheritance Games. I haven't read that one yet either. Like I said, it's hard for me to commit to series. I'm a big standalone girl because once I read all the standalones that I'm really interested in, then I'll get into all my series. But we're screwing that idea for now. We're reading this series now. Okay. Let's read it. I will update you guys when I have something to say, and I will see you when I see you. Hello guys, so it is now the next day. I actually have finished The Naturals already. This was the most fast-paced book I've read in so long. I literally just couldn't put it down. The 5 main characters are kind of like a found family and you really get attached to them. There's also a subplot of romance in the story, which I really like, and it's kind of like a love triangle as well, so you don't really know who the main character is going to choose, and I still don't know even after finishing the book. So I really like that aspect. I like the subplot of romance mixed in with the criminal mind and investigating cases. And basically the teenagers only work on cold cases that haven't been solved for many years. Since they aren't professionals and they're literally 15 years old, they aren't allowed to work on active cases because it's just unethical. So they work on cold cases that haven't been solved. So I really like the premise of this series, this book. I finished it literally in one day, and the writing's big, and the chapters are amazing. They are so short. I love short chapters because it makes you feel like you're reading even faster, and there's 1-page chapters in here, and it's so fast paced. I think that's why I finished it so fast. So I really like it. I gave this book a 5 stars, so I'm really liking it. I think it's also gets such a good rating because I wanted to read it for so long, and it didn't fall short of the hype. Like, I feel like it just really was exactly what I was expecting, but also better. And the writing's really good. This is the first Jennifer Lynn Barnes book I ever read, and I'm really liking her already. I already went into the second book, so Killer Instinct is the second book. I have already started it last night because I just literally shut the book of The Naturals and opened up the next book because I just wanted to continue with the story. I'm on page 245, so I think I'm more than 50%, yeah, more than 50% done with this. Probably will finish it today because it's just so fast paced and just so good, and I'm really like enthralled in the story. Really liking the Criminal Minds aspect to it and solving the cases and trying to figure out myself, like who did the crimes before the characters did. But yeah, that is my update for now. Let's continue reading Killer Instinct, and I will let you guys know when I have another update for you guys. Guys, it is now 9:50. I went to the gym, I did some things, took a shower, ate dinner, whatever, did things. Now I am ready to continue reading and hopefully finish Killer Instinct. I'm on page 316 and there's 375 pages, I believe, in this book. Let me fact check that. Yeah, 375 pages. So that's about 60 pages. I'm definitely really enjoying this book, and I feel like this series is one that is so fast-paced and easy to read and easy to get through, and one that you don't want to put down. There hasn't been like any points where I got bored so far in the series, and I feel like that's really crazy, so I'm very excited. I'm really liking this author. I feel like she could be one of my new favorites. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and hopefully finish it. We have 60 pages, like I said. I almost had to think about that. Wow, 60 pages left. Let's see if I can finish it all right now. So it's 9:56 right now, so I'm gonna see how long it takes me to finish. I'm really curious. How long does it take me to finish 60 pages? I'm going to light my candle on the side of my bed and hopefully finish this book. I really want to finish it. I want to start the next one. I want to finish the next one. I want to start the final book, and I want to finish the final book. But I think you got that. I also don't want this series to end. I don't think I made that clear. I don't want this series to end. So do you ever want to like just binge a series but also like don't want to read it at all and want to throw it away and avoid it because you don't want to finish it, or like have to have come to a point in time where you're not going to be able to read new stories or literature about that series and characters? I know I'm going on a tangent here, but hopefully whoever is watching this can maybe relate, and I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and let's finish this book. Sorry I look like this. I'm about to go to the gym, but before I go to the gym, I wanted to I wanted to finish Killer Instinct. I don't know what I said in my last update. I think I said I was going to finish it that night, and I think that was last night or the night before. I kind of forget. I think it was the night before, but I ended up falling asleep, so I didn't finish it. Now I'm on page 159, so I literally have like maybe 20 pages left, maybe less. It seems like it's like a few pages. So I'm gonna sit here and finish it right now and then update you guys with how I'm feeling. I'm loving the series. I'm noticing that all the action-packed stuff is at the very end of the books. So we'll see if that continues in the last two books, but that's what I'm noticing for the first two. Like, it's so action-packed in the last like few chapters that I'm like so invested and I just can't put it down. But I'm really, really liking the series. I'm definitely recommending it. I'm only on the second book, and I recommend it so hard. So go check out the Natural series if you haven't yet. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is one of my new favorite authors already. And I just love how fast-paced and quickly I can get through these books, but also just be so engaged and want to know what's happening, connected to the characters. In terms of like the subplot of romance, it's picking up a little bit, but it's still kind of just up in the air of what's going to happen because it's kind of like a love triangle. It's kind of like a love triangle. Comment down below what book you are on for the new year. Surprisingly, this is my 5th or 6th book of the year, and it's only like January like 9th or something, and actually January 12th. So I'm pretty proud of that. My Goodreads goal says I'm still on track, which is just a never occurrence, and it's really nice to see that. But yeah, let's just finish this book right now. I finished. I think the ending was so good. I'm gonna give this, I think, 4.5. The last one I did give 5 stars, which you saw. But I think I'll give this one a 4.5, and we'll see how the rest of the series goes. I'm probably gonna pick up the next book, All In, today because I really just want to get right into it. I want to keep being immersed in this little Criminal Minds world, and I'm just loving the plot of this book and the way it's just being executed just perfectly, and I don't really expect what's gonna happen. I don't guess the plot twists, and I'm just thinking that this is a phenomenal series, truly. I'm really liking it, so go give this series a chance. Let's continue reading, and I will update you guys when I start the next book. So I don't know the last time I updated you guys at all. I think I was only on the second book, Killer Instinct, I believe. But since then, I've started All In. I actually finished it last night. It was so good. I gave it 4.5 stars. I'll talk more about it at the end when I review all the books together. But I actually just picked up the last book, Bad Blood. And I like really just started. I'm only on page 27. But I'm really excited to finish out this series, to finish out this vlog, and just to see what's gonna happen. I feel like the series, I've heard everything really ties together at the end. And there was just a lot of like questions unanswered in the third book. And I'm just so excited to see what's gonna happen, to finish up the series. I'm proud of myself for finishing it like, you know, straight through. Like, I didn't take really a break. I wanted to pick up the series right away and just keep reading it. So I'm really happy that the series was definitely living up to the hype and made me want to continue the series. Just like hate being like in the middle of series, so if I like picked up the first book and just didn't follow through with reading the whole series, that just would have like kind of annoyed me. I don't know. But tonight I'm going to continue reading Bad Blood, see how far I get. Like, honestly, it would be cool if I can just finish it tonight and just binge it. I think it's only like 10 o'clock, so the night's still young. I will update you guys when I read more. Guys, I did it. I finished the Natural series. Wow, what a freaking ride that was. That was amazing. That was groundbreaking. I want to say life-changing, but I feel like that's dramatic. I literally could not put these books down when I was reading them. Wow, let's talk about them, shall we? So, the 4 books in the Natural series to complete the entire series are The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and then Bad Blood. Bad Blood, which is the last book, a little bit longer than the rest. It has a novella in the end of it. It's called 12, and that novella kind of wraps up the entire series. On Goodreads, it's called like 4.5 in the series, so it's like the last book, and it's like embedded into this Bad Blood last book, so you don't have to go find the novella. And I think it just wrapped everything up perfectly. I think each of the books were so well done in their own ways. This is definitely a 5-star series for me. I gave individual books maybe a 4 or a 4.5, but like the last one I gave a 5, including the novella. I just gave a 5 because I feel like it wrapped everything up so perfectly with a little bow. Perfect. I seriously don't have anything bad to say about this series. I loved it. It was so good. So basically, now I could tell you what it's about. It is about a group of 5 teenagers who have special abilities. So the main character is a profiler along with her maybe love interest Dean. There's a love triangle in this, but we will get to that. So there's 5 teenagers. The main character is a profiler, which means that she can just look at someone and tell facts about them. She could tell, you know, if they live in a certain place, if they're going to be a compulsive liar. Like just looking at someone's car even. Just look at someone's car and be able to distinguish that the person is married or like anything, literally anything about them, just profiles them. So that's the main character. Her name's Cassie, and she's a profiler as well as another teenager in the found family, which is Dean. They're both profilers. Then we go into Sloane. Sloane is a human statistic. She is so smart, and she could just recite facts that she learned one time, read one time, and she's literally like the smartest, like teenager ever. She'll be explode and she'll be like, yep, that was 11 centimeters away from the body, and that means that, like, she just knows so many different things, and she's so smart in so many different ways, so she's like a human statistic. Then we have Leah, who can detect lies. She's like a human lie detector, and you could just say one thing to her and she'll just go lie, or she'll just say true. And like that really helps him out with solving the murder cases, because she literally can detect if the criminal is lying or not, and so fascinating. And then finally we have Michael, and he is an emotion reader. So he can just look at someone and you could tell their emotion. You could say one line and he can tell you the emotions that you were feeling while you were saying that, or you can tell him an experience and he could tell you all the emotions that you were feeling from that experience, even though he wasn't there, just by hearing you talk about it. He just knows and can read emotions, which is so cool. Those are the 5 teenagers and their special abilities. So they are all found by the FBI, and they were pulled into this little program called the Naturals Program, and they have natural abilities. So they are able to help the investigators solve cases. So in these 4 books, they work on a number of cases with the FBI, like people, FBI people. But yeah, they help them solve the cases and use their abilities to really just figure out things and solve murders. Really, really cool. I think each of these books were definitely needed for the story. I don't think any of them were just there just to be there. I think they all gave very important information. They all ended on a great cliffhanger that makes you just want to pick up the next book right away. Each of them just add just such an important part to the story that makes you want to continue the series and makes you still engaged. And it's not just like, oh, they solved the case, on to the next case. Like, there's just little things that happen within the storyline and happens just personally to the characters that make you just want to go into the next one. I just think it's just so well done. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is so talented, and these are the first books that I ever read by her, but I do have literally all her other series. I have the entire Inheritance Games series with the spin-off, The Brothers Hawthorne, and I have the Little White Lies duology that she wrote. So I will be getting into those very soon, because this just ended off on such a high note, and I think it wrapped up perfectly. I'm so sad that I'm done with it, honestly. Like, I read them really fast. I think this probably took me like a week. I don't really know. I definitely have like a lot of clips I know for this video, but it didn't take me too long, just because I not only wanted to finish this video fast, but I really couldn't put these books down. And I kept wanting to know what was gonna happen, and there was just so many plot twists. And another thing that I really like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the chapters are so short that like you literally fly through them. Like, I don't even, like the second and third book, I don't even remember reading it. Like, I just remember picking it up and then putting it down and being done with it. Like, you just read them so fast, and like the story is so good that you want to read it fast too. And the chapters are fast, and like everything just puts it together to make it such a good, enthralling series. And wow. My final rating is definitely a 5 stars. I gave this entire series definitely 5 stars, easy 5 stars. So good. This deserves all the hype that it gets, because I truly loved it. I really did. And I'm just so happy I started out my year with this series. This wasn't like the first book I read, like The Naturals, but it was definitely like one of the 3rd books. And then The Bad Blood was probably like my 8th book of the year. And I loved it. I haven't read like a complete series in a while, actually. Like the last one was probably like the Dreamland Billionaire series, which is only like 3 books, and I read that maybe May. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I haven't completed an entire series in a while. I've started a lot, but this one, just, I started it and I knew that I was going to finish it so soon, because I completely became obsessed, and I love the found family in this story. And I really like that aspect of the like Criminal Minds, but also the subplot of romance. I think it was perfectly executed, and I just love this series. If you haven't already guessed, I highly recommend the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Go read it right now. It is so good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finished them. They were so good. I also love them together. Like, I think these are on the new covers. They just came out, and I just think they look so good together, and that's why they've just been eyeing me for so long. Because like when a book cover or series just looks so aesthetic and perfect together, it just makes me want to read it more. Like, I'm definitely judging a book by its cover, but like it looks so appealing. I don't know. And definitely the outside of these books correlate with the inside, because they are just as pretty and perfect. Thank you so much for watching today's reading vlog of reading the entire Natural series and hearing my thoughts about it. I really did enjoy this vlog. I loved reading this book series. I'm so happy I started and just committed to reading this series right away and just back to back because I think it made the experience so much better to be able to pick up the next book right away and just continue being in this little world, this little Criminal Mind world. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's reading vlog. Please let me know what other videos you want to see, what other books you want me to read. I am so excited to continue making videos for my booktube and make longer form videos for you guys. Go check out my book talk as well. I have 14,000 followers on there, and we have a great community where I talk about books as well in shorter form videos. It's Kayla's Reading D&D, same username. Thank you guys so much again for watching this video. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Please subscribe if you like this video. It would really help me out so I can continue making fun reading vlogs and just everyday lifestyle vlogs for you guys. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have the best day ever. I'll see you in my next video or somewhere else on the internet.